You are listening to the Cricket Corner podcast with me, Vatsal Vora. Chase master Virat Kohli has guided India home once again. A brilliant 103 not out of 97 deliveries, 6 fours, 4 sixes, a 6 to finish things off in style like KL Rahul did against Australia. Welcome back to the Cricket Corner podcast with me, Vatsal Vora, for yet another Indian victory podcast. This time beating Bangladesh by 7 wickets to register their 4th consecutive victory at the ICC World Cup 2023 in India. What an innings from Virat Kohli, and he is the chase master. When he comes out to bat, when India are batting second and they're chasing down the target, he is the man you want out there in the middle. And he just calculates the runs he's needed. He plays according to the circumstances. He doesn't take unnecessary risks when not needed. Rotates the strikes here and there, and he's done it once again. That was his 48th one-day international 100. He's just 100 behind the great Sachin Tendulkar, yes, 100 international hundreds, but 49 of them were in one-day internationals and 51 were scored in test matches. So he's just one behind the great Sachin Tendulkar, to surpass the great man now, and just a joyous innings, to be honest with you. He plays attacking strokes when when they're required. He plays defensively, rotates the strikes when it's necessary as well. And yeah, when India needed like 20 odd runs to win, he was on 80 runs, and he started to deny KL Rahul for singles. Like, KL Rahul was out there on 34 of 34 deliveries. He himself had scored 3 fours and a 6, but Virat Kohli started to treat KL Rahul like he's a number 11 spinner who is coming out to bat with India needing 102 to win of 20 overs, and you're saying, hang on, I'm taking the strike and I'm going to give you all the runs. He treated KL Rahul like that. I'm not sure how well KL Rahul would have taken that, to be honest with you, because Virat Kohli was so determined to get his 48th one-day 100 this time against Bangladesh. And it was funny because this is now twice in 4 matches that India have played that a batsman has tried to get a century. We all remember the fact that KL Rahul wanted to score a century when India needed 5 runs, and he was batting on I think he was batting on 91 when India needed 5 to win, and he really wanted to get to his century. He tried to hit it for a 4, but unfortunately it went all the way for 6, and he stood there all like shocked and like what has happened to him. He was so shocked to have hit a ball for 6 when he was out there. Was just 97 not out, and this time Virat Kohli was out there. He wanted 100 to kill off the run chase, and fortunately for Virat Kohli, he did manage to hit a 6 at the very right time. There was a wide bowled by Hassan Mahmood, was it, for an overhead wide, was it? Yes. And Virat Kohli was so upset that, hang on, I need to score a century, and you are giving me free runs for the sake of getting the match done. There was also Naseem Ahmed, who tried to bowl a wide down the leg side, but fortunately for Virat Kohli, the umpire did not give it a wide, even though it clearly looked like it was a wide. But as you can hear it from my voice, so much adrenaline once again, because Virat Kohli has guided India home. As I said, 4th consecutive victory for India in this World Cup now, and they are firmly at the top of the table with 8 points, along with New Zealand, who have also won 4 games in a row. New Zealand do have a better net run rate as things stand, but those two sides play each other next. So after next week, there'll only be one team which will be unbeaten, provided there is no rain. But we'll talk about New Zealand game at the end. But this is all about India's brilliant performance against Bangladesh. Not only did India bowl well, not only did India bat well, India were exceptional in the field as well, and we have seen this time and time again against Afghanistan. They were good in the field. Even against Pakistan, they were good in the field, and now against Bangladesh, they have taken the fielding to a whole new level, and that is mainly down to KL Rahul and Ravindra Jadeja. So let's start talking about the game now, and let's take it all the way to the beginning. Bangladesh won the toss. Shanto was the stand-in captain in place of Shakib Al Hasan. Big loss as far as Bangladesh are concerned. But Shanto won the toss and elected to bat first on a flat Pune wicket. And it looked like the right decision to make because the pitch was flat, the outfield was fast, there was no rain in the air, there was hardly any spin as far as the spinners are concerned. So it looked like a really good decision, and the decision was looking perfect when Tanzid Hassan and Liton Das put on 93 runs for the opening stand. Tanzid Hassan scoring 51 of 43 deliveries, Liton Das chipping in there with 66 of 82 balls. But after that, it was just the brilliance of Indian bowling, and it was led once again by Jasprit Bumrah, 2 for 41 for the Mumbai Indians fast bowler. Once again, picking his from the game against Pakistan and taking it to the game against Bangladesh, and he just carried on bowling beautiful line and length, perfect Yorkers as well, and his 2 for 41 was was one of the best pieces of bowling in this World Cup. Mohammad Siraj also chipped in with 2 wickets, 2 for 60 for him. He has been a little expensive for the past couple of games now. He had a expensive spell. I think it was the opening spell against Afghanistan, then at Delhi that was. Even against Pakistan in Ahmedabad, he had a few shots then where the batsmen of Babar Azam and Rizwan's caliber were able to score freely against him. And once again, it showed that Siraj was targeted by the Bangladeshi batsmen as well. 2 for 60 is not bad, but his opening spell was a little, how shall I put it, dicey in a way, and could have been better. But once again, it's the wickets column which matters in the end, and he picked up 2 wickets. Mehndi Hassan and Nasun Ahmed were dismissed by Mohammad Siraj, and Jasprit Bumrah picking up the wickets of Mushfiqur Rahim and Mahmudullah. 1 wicket apiece for Shardul Thakur and Kuldeep Yadav, and once again the ever-present Ravindra Jadeja, not only with the ball but in the field as well. 2 for 38 for him, keeping an end tight whilst the other took wickets around him, but he himself took 2 wickets, picking up the all-important wicket of Liton Das and then also picking up the wicket of the captain Shanto. But yes, this is all about the fielding side now. This part is all about the Indian fielding, and KL Rahul and Ravindra Jadeja might have taken 2 of the best catches you will ever see at the 2023 Cricket World Cup. Yes, we are only 17 matches in. There is a lot of cricket to be played in this World Cup, but the 2 catches which they took were just out of this world. Let's start by talking about that KL Rahul catch. So KL Rahul was exceptional behind the gloves. We have seen that time and time again. We saw it against Pakistan as well. We saw it against Afghanistan as well. This is Mehndi Hassan facing Mohammad Siraj. Mohammad Siraj bowls it towards the leg side. Mehndi Hassan tries to flick one down to find leg, takes the nick, and KL Rahul flies to his left and takes a brilliant one-handed diving catch. These are the moments where a wicket-keeper just changes the complexity in the field. It gives a big morale boost to all the other 10 fielders around the ground, and it was just magnificent. I feel like the catch which KL Rahul took might have given some energy to Ravindra Jadeja, because then he also takes a diving catch to dismiss the wicketkeeper Mushfiqur Rahim of Jasprit Bumrah. Two outstanding catches, and they were very, very well taken. And India restricted Bangladesh to just 256 with the loss of 8 wickets. Now, let's be honest, it was not all smooth sailing as far as the Indian bowling side is concerned, because they had a problem, and that was in the form of Hardik Pandya's injury. We cannot talk about how good Indian bowling was without talking about Hardik Pandya. Hardik Pandya has picked up 5 wickets in this World Cup over the past 3 matches now, and he is the bridge between the batting and the bowling as far as the Indian side is concerned. He came out to bowl. He bowled 3 balls, conceded 8 runs. I think it was Tanzid Hassan who tried to straight drive him. He tried to field the ball with his leg, and he, I think, twisted his ankle, and that was it. He obviously didn't come out to bat, even though there were rumors stating that he might come out to bat. He didn't bowl a single ball after that. He just bowled 3 balls in this match and was taken out, had a scan on his ankle. Something suggests me that it's a minor niggle and you might see him back for the New Zealand game on Sunday. But it looked really bad. He did try to stand up and he did take his mark again to bowl and complete the over, but unfortunately he was a bit too injured. He was too much in pain, and I think it was the right decision to take Hardik Pandya off. There was no point in risking an important player like Hardik Pandya, because there is still a lot of World Cup to be played, and should India make it through to the semi-finals and to the finals, which at this point is looking very, very likely, I think you need Hardik Pandya fit and firing, and I think Indian management and the physios did take the right decision by taking him off and not risking him. But to the surprise to everyone, and to the excitement and to fill in the excitement at the Maharashtra Cricket Association Stadium in Pune, Virat Kohli decided to bowl the remaining 3 balls in that over. Rohit Sharma just tossing in to Virat Kohli, and those 3 balls were probably the most enjoyable 3 balls anyone would have bowled in a one-day international. The people in the commentary box did state that Virat Kohli was bowling after 6 long years, but he bowled really, really well. He just conceded 2 runs in his 3 balls which he bowled. There was 1 dot ball as well. 2 of the deliveries he bowled was over the wicket. He did come round the wicket as well to complete the quota. Bowled full and straight. There was a hint of swing as well when Virat Kohli bowls with that wrong arm action all the time, and it was just hilarious to watch Virat Kohli bowl, and he gave the crowd what he wanted towards the end. But yeah, 256 for 8 on a flat batting wicket. I think the total wouldn't have worried India in any stretch of imagination, because the Indian batsmen are in some of the best forms they've had over the past year or so now, and it was shown once again by Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill, the pair adding 88 runs for the opening stand. It was Rohit Sharma once again who took the ascendancy and the fight to the Bangladesh bowlers. Ended up scoring 48 runs of 40 deliveries, 7 fours and 2 sixes in his innings. You can already guess how he scored those 2 sixes, and if you have guessed pull shot, that's absolutely right. But he was also dismissed by a pull shot, and he was caught at deep square leg by Hridoy of the bowling of Hassan Mahmood. Shubman Gill also scoring his first half century of the World Cup. He is only playing his 2nd game after recovering from the dengue illness. He did come back for the game against Pakistan, scored 16 in that match, and now scoring 53 of 55 deliveries, 5 fours and 2 sixes along the way. But once Rohit Sharma was dismissed, it was all the focus all shifted to Virat Kohli, because everyone around the cricketing fraternity knows that when India are chasing, you want Virat Kohli to be out there in the middle, and that is exactly what they all got. And Virat Kohli, as we have already mentioned, did get over the line and did get to his 48th century in one-day international cricket. But yeah, since we have already talked a lot about Virat Kohli already towards the beginning of this podcast, and we briefly mentioned KL Rahul, that he was being denied singles and he had to run hard between the wickets when Virat Kohli needed those precious 2 runs. A credit should also go to KL Rahul himself. I think he's had a brilliant World Cup so far, and he had that unbeaten knock of 97 against Australia in the opening game at Chennai. He also played a vital, calming knock against Pakistan when Shreyas Iyer got a half century. He was supporting him really well. And today also he batted really well. 34 of 34 deliveries, 3 fours and a 6. And I've said it time and time again. If you have been listening to the Cricket Corner podcast for quite some time now, you must have heard me say that KL Rahul is a proper middle order batsman and not an opening batsman, and he shouldn't be batting top of the order, because this was yet another brilliant example of KL Rahul coming in the middle order and just calming things down. He has such a calming presence out there in the middle that he gives you reassurance that nothing's going to happen. There is no more wicket going to be falling once I have come in now. And he showed that time and time again since he has returned from his injury. He had that brilliant 100 against Pakistan in the Asia Cup. He had 2 brilliant knocks against Australia in the 3-match one-day series leading into the World Cup. And now, once again, adding to his 97 against the Aussies in the opening game of the World Cup, today he has scored 34 of 34 balls. He was partnered Virat Kohli brilliantly. He understood the fact that it was Virat Kohli who will be taking ascendancy and wanted his 100. So he decided to sit back and just run and just take orders from Virat Kohli and helped him guide to his partner's 48th one-day international 100. So it was a really good innings as far as KL Rahul is concerned, and I'm so happy to the fact that not only has his wicket keeping upped a notch in this World Cup, his batting has upped a couple of notches, and he comes in his whole package now, and I'm really impressed by how good he has played in this World Cup so far. And his presence in the middle order is the key to India chasing down big totals, not only in this World Cup but heading into the latter stages of the tournament as well. Virat Kohli has been given the man of the match. I've just noticed that, and that is the rightful decision. I guess 103 not out of 97 deliveries should warrant 100. Now, was this Virat Kohli's third one-day international 100 in the World Cup? Because I remember him scoring 100 exact against Bangladesh at Mirpur in the opening match of the 2011 World Cup. He did score yet another 100 in the opening match of the 2015 World Cup against Pakistan in Adelaide. I think that was 107. I don't think he scored 100 in 2019. I think he didn't. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But I think this was Virat Kohli's third 100 in World Cup cricket. Second against Bangladesh, that's for sure. And yeah, terrific innings from the King. And I think he deserves his Man of the Match award. And Virat Kohli himself has had a really good World Cup as well. He did get a half century against Australia. Now a century against Bangladesh, and it's so good to see India's top 5 in such good form. Rohit Sharma has already gotten a century and a half century. Shubman Gill now has a half century to his name as well. Virat Kohli has now a century. Shreyas Iyer played a match-winning knock against Pakistan, and KL Rahul played a match-winning knock against Australia. So this Indian top 5 is not allowing the likes of Hardik Pandya, Ravindra Jadeja, Shardul Thakur to come up and get some batting practice, because They are in such formidable form that if one doesn't play, the other will surely play. If two of them don't play, the third one will definitely score runs. And that's the beauty of this Indian batting lineup. Everyone's contributing with the bat, everyone's contributing with the ball, and the fielding is looking so good. Will India go unbeaten? Well, that's the question on everyone's mind at the moment. But you have to take into consideration that you are going to play a few important games, few tough matches heading into the World Cup. You are yet to play South Africa, you are yet to play England, and you are yet to play Sri Lanka as well, and you are yet to play New Zealand as well. So yeah, there is a possibility that they could lose a game here and there, but judging by the form right now and how well they've played against the likes of Australia, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and now Bangladesh, it's looking really good as far as the Indian side is concerned. But yeah, that's the podcast. 7-wicket victory for India against Bangladesh after Bangladesh won the toss and elected to bat first. 256 on board for them, 2 wickets for Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj and Ravindra Jadeja. India in reply 261 for 3 from 41.3 overs, 103 not out for Virat Kohli, 53 for Shubman Gill, and an unbeaten knock of 34 by KL Rahul. I think we have already discussed the fact that the next game India will be playing will be against New Zealand. That game is on Sunday, the 22nd of October, and will be played at the beautiful picturesque ground in Himachal Pradesh, in Dharamshala, in the lap of the Himalayas. That sounds so cheesy, but yeah, that is coming up next, and India will be looking for a revenge because it was New Zealand who knocked them out of the 2019 World Cup when they defeated them in the semi-finals. New Zealand are coming in some brilliant form. The likes of Devon Convoy, Rachin Ravindra, Trent Bolt, Matt Henry, Mitch Santner are all in some brilliant form. Even Tom Latham and Glenn Phillips getting half centuries in their previous game as well. So yeah, it will be a tough ask, but based on the current form, I think India have enough to secure their 5th consecutive victory. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's celebrate this 7-wicket victory over Bangladesh, India's 4th consecutive victory in the World Cup. And as things stand, they look invincible. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Make sure you're giving me those 5-star ratings on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Make sure you're following the podcast as well with the notifications turned on so you never miss a future upload. However, for the time being, this is me, Vatsal Vora, signing off. Ciao for now.